Gemini, welcome Gemini to your weekly reading. This is the Astroflower channel. If you don't know anything about the Astroflower, you'll find lots of links in the description below to explore. So please go down there. You'll find all the introduction videos that help you with the petals and everything like that. And also our sister channel, the Cymatic TV. So this is going to be your weekly reading for the 7th through to the 13th. Let's just see what's going on with you, Gemini. So two things coming out there. Two cards coming out. Well, wanting to come out together. I'll take them. Well, there's a bit of a two sides to things. They look like they're pretty interlinked. And it's gonna be, well, it's certainly on the physical front is a different story to what it is on the spiritual front. There's no doubt about it. It really is a game of two halves here. You'd almost believe, Gemini, it's going to take one out there. You'd almost believe that your physical is in your material and your material is in your physical. It's like you're upside down by the looks of things. There's a lot of saving grace in it though. With the end petal, the Ace of Pentacles, and most encouraging is that I think the King of Pentacles, which is within you. So, spiritual, material parts. Okay, this is what the universe is trying to sort of say to you. Sort of look after yourself. Know your own light, know your own path, know your own joy. Be dependent upon your own joy, your worth. If you do that, then other people will give you worth. There is loads of wands holding up that Seven of Wands, that holding up that person on that cushion. But there is one wand on this side who's just trying to burst your bubble. And they're all over the place. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter where you go in the world, you're not going to get away from them. And that's life. That's a universe sort of trying to sort of push your bubble onto the right path. If you stay within your bubble. If you get involved with them, you'll lose your protection. You'll lose your rag. Lose your nerve. On your karmic path, you've obviously got choices to make, and it's Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost sort of saying to you, you do have several choices in front of you at the moment on the spiritual path. And it could be a very fortunate moment of doing that. It could really change your fortunes if you engage on those choices. And those choices seem to be actually doing things with other people, physically doing things. So, you know, you might say, I love laughing. Yeah. But you're not just going to sit in your room on your own and laugh by yourself. You might have to go to a stand-up comedy evening, or come and see me do stand-up, one or the other. I wish. And you're going to have to go with other people. So that means physically doing something and going somewhere with someone else, so they can actually sort of, you know, help you express that idea of laughter. And it's going to be choices. Some of them are not going to be brilliant. So, you know, that's what it is in life. You know, when you try something, there's some people who say they don't like honey. I don't understand why. I really don't. I love honey. So there is a people who do say they don't like honey. And I don't understand that. But then that's their choice. I love it. But that's their choice. So you've got to taste things. It's like Marmite. You've got to taste it to see whether you like it or hate it, one or the other. And your guides on the Three of Pentacles is trying to encourage that in you, to sort of explore that physical sense of pleasure with other people. Yeah. And knowing your worth, knowing what you can really do, what you can bring to the whole show. And that's good. You know, when you go out in an evening with other people, it's not just one person that sort of makes that evening. It's everybody, a being there that makes that evening all together. And this is where on your subconscious, so this might be running through your mind at the moment, how can I start this journey? What can I do? How can I just sort of say I want to go riding a bicycle and stuff like that? And it's the start of a journey. It's learning how to do these sort of things. It's learning how to put yourself out there physically in the world and enjoy it. It can be quite daunting. But by the looks of it, with the Ace of Pentacles at the end, the combining part, that's going to lead you on to really nice things. You know, all this spiritual side is all to do with Pentacles, and all this emotional side is to do, physical side is all to do with emotions. It's really quite weird. It might be a case here for some of you, and it might be for only some of you, that you've lost a job, or you've lost your business, or you've got to, you know, change your project and stuff like that. And the universe is trying to sort of create space for yourself so you can just take time out. Maybe you've been working too hard and you're, you know, maybe this is a good week to actually look at what you're doing and start planning for something different. Planning for a new job, planning to change your business, planning to build your house differently. Your guides, and this is how your guides try and create the reality around you. We brought out the Three of Swords. It seems like they're trying to mitigate a situation or life around you in the physical sense, and that's to do with work, business, projects, housing and everything like that. Might have been difficult this year for you. And it might have been difficult to position and everything like that according to everybody else. If you haven't had a job, it's heartbreak because you haven't had a job. But underneath it all, and this is the optimistic side of Gemini, you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles within your center. So a lot of this side here is very hidden from the rest of the world. Make sure you don't bottle up too much, because that can cause stress, can cause lots of problems physically and emotionally. And so, you know, it's probably not a good idea to bottle it up. And I think this is what this emotional side, this spiritual sort of side is encouraging you to do. Sort of not worry about, you know, you can't work too hard if you don't play hard. And apparently, you know, this week here, you need to play a little bit harder. You know, you need to have fun. You need to let it out. Yeah, if life is not working for you in the physical sense, start planning something that is much better for you. And it might even be a case of where you've got to leave a place and go to another place, move area. And you may not want to do that. It may be causing you heartache, and it might take a little bit of healing. If you're moving from one place to another, you get transferred in your job. You don't particularly want to leave that area, but the job is that's why you've got the King of Pentacles in the middle. And it's that starting of that new road. So that's what it could well be on that sort of side. A heartache of leaving something that you might have really enjoyed. And and the universe is trying to sort of encourage you to take a bit of space before you do, you know, you head off on that path. So, you know, yeah, that works well, I think. That works well in that sort of sense. And if that's a case of, you know, if that's your case, it may be not a case for everybody. But as I say, it may be a case of where you've had hardship over the past few months. And obviously, if you keep a positive vibe on it and you start interacting, things are going to come out for you. Look at that, the Queen of... Just talking about her, just pointing at her, and she comes out on the other side. How does she do that? She's amazing. So yeah, it's all about mastering, you know, falling in love with life. That's what the Queen of Cups for me is all about. It's just loving it. So that's what, you know, the universe and your guides are, you know, getting together to try and put in your situation. And they're asking you, and you should be, you know, believing it can happen. If you have that notion that it can happen, there's a good chance it can happen. And the fair exchange is Six of Pentacles. So you're going to get your fair exchange. And I think that's what you're going to learn there. Let's see what goes up between the two. Hangman, you will see things from a completely different perspective. And that's going to free you right up. It's going to make you feel so light and lovely. It's going to be really good. It's It's really good. Let's just see how it ties in with the Ace of Pentacles, the Star. So once you realise this, you could wish for a lot. Once you realise this mechanism of what makes you happy, you could really push it. Why not push it really far? Yeah? Reach for the stars. Let's see what's happening on the physical front. Marrying mind, body and soul, basically, the mother nature, giving birth, preparing for something. And I think this is what this has got to happen here. The healing's got to happen of what's happened on the physical front, the material world. Lessons have got to be learned from yourselves and everything like that. So it's easier to do the journey in the future. They can be easy lessons, really, if you marry that mind and emotion to the body. Yeah. And you get the Wheel of Fortune again. It's sort of clarifying itself. You could really get it looks really good in the future. This week here might be a bit of a sort out and a pain in the backside, having to sort loads of stuff out. But once it's come out, then success is just heading your way. That's what they want. That's what they want. The Six of Wands. It'd be really good. Really good. So let's see what's tying in from the Three of Swords to the King, to the Queen of Cups, the Emperor. It's so close to being the King of Pentacles, isn't it? You know, can you see that? How close that is? They look very, very similar. Yeah, and they got a very similar sort of vibe as well. And if you know, it's asking your emotional side to marry it. It's the Empress was all about, you know. Yeah, nice. Let's just see how that sort of connects into your final world. Investing wisely. So basically, if you fall in love with life with that Queen of Cups in the material sense, you'll know what to put your money in. So you won't bother wasting your time or money on things that don't actually really bring you joy or help you materially get better, or, you know, get richer or whatever, you know, get further on. You know, so yeah, invest wisely. Don't just throw it all away. What's connecting it all? We've got the Fool. So it's a bit of a leap of faith here. It's a bit of a leap of faith. I don't think it's massive, but might be a massive for you, leap of faith. And connecting the two there is justice, being just with yourself and being just with everything that is around you. Will provide enough space and time to plant those seeds, that Ace of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. So it's a real frantic journey that's really combining these sort of two sides. And the Page of Wands. That's fantastic. Did we ever get the Queen of Wands? No. But anyway, yeah, no, we didn't. But at the end of the day, Page and Knight, you know, looking after the King, you've got everything. It could be a really good week for you. Traumatic maybe in some aspects, but you can deal with it, Gemini. And I would deal with it swiftly if I was you. So you've got space by the end of the week where you can sort of kind of go, glad that got sorted. Glad that got out, you know. So there you go, Gemini. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for future notifications. Go down into the description to find all the links that you can find everything about the Astroflower. And I will see you soon. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.